I say kike, spick, and nigger in this podcast. Not to offend no Jews, Mexicans, or no Black Americans. Just put in the context of, today's scenario and current event.
You call him a nigger, the child?
What the fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Oh, and this bitch is a wetback spick who want to call us niggers because it's her freedom. She's not even a fucking American, but she want to talk about American freedoms because all lives matter. Bitch, go matter in fucking South America or fucking Mexico, wherever you think you came from.
I don't think black people have a right to tell white people or Hispanics what they can and cannot say. And that means if a black person wants to use the N-word, that means a white person also can use the N-word because all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. So with that said, the fact that they're trying to sue this woman, this white woman, they're trying to take her kid away from her because she used the N-word, just shows you how toxic cancel culture is. And this is a great case as to how we need to stop cancel culture. It is anti-American, it is anti-free speech, and if you can say the N-word, so can I.
Ran over a police sheriff's Rodney Hinton. Y'all wasting y'all time. I'm telling you, this man literally ran over a police sheriff's deputy after he was accused of unaliving his son the day before in a routine traffic stop. Yes, everybody's in on it. Everybody wants to know what happened. But this man had to go into trial with 30 deputies trying to stare him down and intimidate him. This man had no remorse. The day before, y'all unalived his son in a police shoot, okay? And then y'all want to try to intimidate this man after losing his son because he ran over one of yours? How do you think he feels? I'm just asking. He lost his son. He is a father. Yeah, you lost a brother in arms, but he don't care. He is ready to take on every one of y'all deputies. He did. He's ready to serve his time. He's ready to roll.
Killed his son and tried to say that his son was pointing a gun at them. That this officer feared for his life, and they don't expect them to wait until they're fired upon. Trigger warning, I'm gonna show you the footage.
He was running away.
He was shot while running away from the officer. The officer's life was not in danger. They killed his son because he was black, and then they supported the cop by making excuses. It makes sense that he was upset to that level. They killed his son.
Have y'all heard about the case of 12-year-old Tamir Rice? In 2014, 12-year-old Tamir Rice was in the park playing with a toy gun when a man called police and told them that there was a man walking around the park with a gun. It could be fake, but he wasn't sure. And although he wasn't sure if the gun was fake or not, he told dispatchers twice that the gun could be fake, but it still scared him. When the police officers arrived, they immediately opened fire. When police officers were questioned, they said that they told Tamir multiple times to put his hands in the air. But from the footage, it shows that it happened way too fast for them to give him a chance to put his hands in the air. There were no charges brought against either of these police officers for the death of Tamir Rice. Where's the justice for Tamir?
So they kill our kids, right? Innocent kids who playing with toys. You know what I mean? Within seconds, pull up within seconds. Boom. Rest in peace, Tamir Rice, right? But look how gentle police are treating these little bastards.
40-40. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it, son!
Go ahead and put it down for me, okay?
You're not in trouble, but you have to drop that and come talk to us, all right?
If there's a magazine inside the magazine well,
Put it down,
but
baby.
they're playing with the gun back and forth. The one in the blue is trying to take it from the one in the orange.
Put it down, baby.
Just drop it, buddy.
Put it down, babe. You're okay. Put it down.
And now the kid in the blue and green has a
I
firearm.
need you to put it down, baby.
Let's not do that, bud.
We have tried speaking with these kids.
John, can you put it down, babe?
The sooner you put that down, the sooner we can take you home. We can go see your mom.
We're getting our first look at the 12-year-old boy who cops say opened fire at deputies along with a 14-year-old girl Today he was in court, and considering his age, it's hard to fathom the charges he's facing. Many news outlets have decided to show his face, even though he's a minor, because of the seriousness of the incident and the charges. Les Trent reports.
He looks like he could be in the principal's office for some silly prank at school. But this 12-year-old is in huge trouble with the law.
You're also charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
Travis O'Brien and a 14-year-old girl are accused of opening fire on cops during a 30-minute shootout.
Gunshot fired. Everybody get hard cover.
They were coming out to kill cops.
The 12-year-old did not speak during today's hearing, at which the judge referred to him as Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
Cops say the boy and the girl ran away from a home for troubled youth. They broke into a house and found 2 shotguns, an AK-47, and a handgun. When cops arrived, the girl reportedly said to the boy, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," referring to the violent video game Grand Theft Auto.
These little fucking, who raised these little bastards? Who are these bastards' parents? It must be the culture of these little fucking bastards that's playing with guns, attacking police officers for unprovoked. But yet somehow they don't receive a bullet, a scratch, not a scratch on them. For some reason, our kids have to die within contact of police, but white people never seem to die. They always seem to make it alive. They even get Burger King.
Charleston shooting suspect Dylan Storm Roof got a free meal from police on his way to jail. They went to Burger King. After about 16 hours on the run, the admitted mass murderer complained to cops arresting him in Shelby, North Carolina, that he was hungry, so police got him food from the nearby fast food joint, according to an account of his arrest in the Charlotte Observer. He was very quiet, very calm, Shelby police.
But look how gentle the police treat these bastards who not only shoot at police, not only kill people and shoot up churches and shit, and wave ARs at police.
We're watching pulling AR-15 on the highway patrol.
A driver pulled over for speeding pointed a rifle at a highway patrol officer yesterday. CHP says it happened just north of...
Hey, yo, if he was black, I would have been out that nigga, man!
Oh my God.
Hey, yo, kill that nigga!
Come on,
hey, yo, if he was black, I would have been shot that nigga, man!
They'd have been shot. Oh my God.
Yo, if he was black, I would have been shot him, man!
He up that gun, they gonna shoot him.
He did
They
open
gonna
already.
light his ass up if he shoot. Nah, they can still do it though.
Light his ass up!
He not putting the gun down.
He was black.
But I'm saying if he shoot, he not putting the gun down.
Right.
Hell no, he ain't putting it
up
down.
top, nigga.
He had mad opportunities in the first fucking car.
Light his ass up!
He like, hell no. They got all right to shoot him, he ain't putting the gun down. He's standing his ground. Once he raise it, they gonna shoot him. He raise it. Once he raise it, they gonna shoot him. Already though. Look, they got all right.
How was it that police can be this gentle? And that's all, folks. And that's how it always should be for all these motherfuckers. My thing is this. How is it that police can be this patient with grown men? Waving ARs, waving guns, causing scene minutes, half an hours, negotiations, but our kids don't get a fucking second. Our kids die within seconds. Let's get into it, man. Welcome back to Big Bad Podcast. I'm your host. So, this might be the episode where I get a strike, or even my channel might get shut down. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe in God. Y'all can't shame me. I have no sympathy. I have no forgiveness. White people want to say the N-word. Cops want to kill blacks with immunity. Fuck all that. Let's get into it. So first, let's get into this white trash bitch, Shiloh Hendrix, right? Shiloh Hendrix, right? Tina Fey base head. If Tina Fey was a base head, if Tina Fey did fatting on crack, this was this single mother looking bitch. I'm saying the bitch raised the money and shit, couple of 700,000. I'm saying, you know, the GoFundMe is racist. TikTok is racist. That Give and Go shit is all racist because they allow racists to raise money for victimizing black children, for verbally abusing black children, for verbally assaulting black children, but yet they don't let black people raise money when they go psycho because a fucking pig killed their children, because a fucking pig killed their child, and say their child pointed a gun in the video show the kid running with his back turned. I didn't see no gun in the video. They pointed at something, but I didn't see no fucking gun, and he definitely wasn't pointing. Now, I see tons of video of white people shooting at cops, threatening cops with guns, chasing cops, all types of shit. They give all types of warnings, right? Before I get into the police thing, you know, about the legendary Rodney Hinton case. Wait. Let's back this up a little bit. We came a fucking long way from Rodney King. Now we in a Rodney Hinton Jr. era, right? And I'm surprised. Is this the first time we got back for them fucking killing our children? We ain't do nothing for the Tamir Rice. Listen, hold on. Let's get back to this white bitch, right? Let's get back to this fentanyl theory, right? For some reason, Latinos, Asians, and white people want to say the N-word. When do y'all become such pussy? It is not illegal to say the N-word. You could always say the N-word. You're free to say the N-word. And people are free to fuck you up or murder your ass. And I don't condone violence, but I know for sure people been killed for saying the N-word. I know for sure white people been assaulted for saying the N-word, and that's not going to stop. See, it ain't that you can't say it. Y'all want to say it without consequences, but we don't give a fuck about how you feel. See, y'all don't care about how we feel. Y'all want to insult us and walk away happy. Y'all don't mind being offensive, but y'all mind how we defend ourselves, right? Y'all want to call us N-words and just go about your business. Asians, Latinos. And what gets me is Asians and Latinos don't even matter in America. When cops kill a Latino or white people kill a Latino, nobody gives a fuck. When whites kill Asians, nobody gives a fuck. They got Asian laws, but that's for black people. Asians, white people kill Asians at astronomical numbers. Asians don't kill whites. White men kill Asians all the time. And they want to say black on black violence. They never mention, white on the world violence, white on Latino violence, white on black violence, white on indigenous violence, white on, Jew violence. Like, white people have a history of being savages, cannibals, rapists, slave owners, bestiality, pedophilia. These people are the worst people on earth, right? And the most delusional people in the world. They always want to victimize people and then tell people to not be victims. And then when you fight back, they become the victims. This white bitch called this child a nigger multiple times, and now she got to go fund me because she's in fear of her life. Bitch, and who is this child parents? I don't believe this child was even a black child. I believe it was like an Ethiopian child. I believe it was an adopted child. Because where is this child parents at? I know every black American would have scraped that bitch. They would have to scrape that bitch off the ground and get her on a girl. Listen, this is what I'm telling you. White people call Caribbeans niggers, no problem. They call African niggers, no problem. That don't affect them. They call black Americans nigger, even if they call a Caribbean a nigger, right? Or African a nigger, right? And they don't get offended, but they in the presence of black people, black Americans. First of all, I'm done calling Caribbeans and Africans black. They're not black. They're other. They're immigrants. An immigrant can never be the fucking American, and being born here don't make you an American. American is a lineage from 1619, that's pre-American, to 1775. That's when American was established. We was here. We have the European blood that established, the slave blood that established this country. We have the African blood that established this country, the indigenous blood who was here, that established this country, and we have the Civil War blood that established and kept this country connected. Now I want to say this. From 1775 to 1864, whoever was here then, those are the Americans. Everyone who came after is a fucking immigrant. Came here on a boat, you a fucking immigrant. If you came from Ellis Island, you are a fucking immigrant. Italians are immigrants. Jews are immigrants. Ukrainians are immigrants. Russians are immigrants. Everyone is a fucking immigrant except the black American. No. That's kind of wrong because there are white people who was here. There were native people who was here. Black people was here. People who was mixed. But we know for sure we was here. We don't need paperwork because we in every page of this fucking history. Now you don't know where a white person from. They come here and they lose their identity. They lose their Irishness, their Italianness to be white because white is a welfare system that gives them benefits. In order to be white, you must oppose black. People who say I'm Irish or I'm Italian, they don't get too involved in racism, even if they are, whatever. But when you say you white, you're saying you're a white supremacist. You know what I'm saying? When we say we black against the American government, black means against the American government. Black means oppressed by the American government. Black don't mean compromise or work for the American government. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have our coons, but what I mean is these Africans come here, they're not black because they don't fight or stand with blackness. Caribbeans don't fight or stand with blackness. Every African or Caribbean come here and they use blackness for the benefits, for the gain, for the fame, for the resources. But when it comes to fighting white supremacy, we stand alone. They stand with all immigrants. They stand with whiteness against us. They stand with the Latinos. They stand with the Asians. Everybody is against us. Let's rewind a little bit to get back on track up with this Shiloh Hendrix shit, right? White people were cowards. They praise cowards. They praise degenerates and reprobates, right? They have no heroes of righteousness. They have no to reward a woman for abusing a child, threatening a child, almost about to hit a child until she was stopped by the Ethiopian dude. Shout out to him. But you could tell when she called him a nigger, he did nothing. You can't call somebody black American a nigger because it affects us different. See, that Ethiopian dude doesn't have no roots to this country. The word nigga doesn't mean nothing to him. To us, it means blood. It means slavery. It means oppression. It means Jim Crow. It means Emmett Till. It means Malcolm X. It means Martin Luther King. It means civil rights. It means massacres. It means riots. It means dysfunction. It means being deprived. It means everything being stolen from us by this fucking country. While everybody's get the benefit. We the only ones who built this country. We're the only ones that's loyal to this country. White people don't give a fuck about police. They attack police the most. They disrespect police the most. And the Confederacy, right, are treasonous people. These people don't give a fuck about America because they hold the Confederate flag, right? They attack police. They had an insurrection, January 6th. Black Americans would never disrespect this country because this is our country. Yeah, they have white government. You have immigrants in a lot of places. They outnumber us. We 13%, but we only 14% because every time we grow, that's when they let new immigrants in. See, that's the trick. They keep us at 14% because we constantly growing. Steady rates. But the more we grow, that's when they let the Latinos in, the Mexicans in, the Ukrainians in, the Ellis Islanders, all these non-Americans. And no matter they was here 5 generations, they're still immigrants. If 2 black Americans have a kid in Africa or Kenya, that kid don't become an American Kenyan. It's an American. So when a Kenyan have kids here, that kid is not a fucking Kenyan American. It's a fucking Kenyan. Now you may have half-breeds. Half-breeds are not really black either. We not doing all that. If you got 4 black American grandparents or not. If you 50-50, you got to have kids by black Americans. But let me get back to this. White people don't like being accountable, right? White people have double standards, right? See, when they disrespecting police, it's they right. But when we do it, we are criminals. See, I'm going to say this too. You must know this. White people don't go against the government, right? If you notice that, I mean, they had a little January 6th, little insurrection, but that was some bullshit, right? The government don't really violate white people. White people go against police and government just because they're rebellious or that's just in them, being rebellious and being, reprobates. And the government gives white people the best welfare. Like the suburbs is all welfare, right? The Homestead Act was all welfare. They got all free land. They got fucking new houses and generational wealth. All that was due to welfare, right? And the government makes black people and people in the cities subsidize their suburbs, right? They ain't gonna find a better deal than what they get in America. Nowhere. You ain't gonna find this in Europe. You ain't gonna find none of this good welfare and good stability and priority and favoritism nowhere in the world but America. They be acting like they anarchists and shit. They ain't gonna do shit because they can't do better. I'm saying America got a good thing going for these immigrants. White people in America are immigrants. Now, a small minority are not, I don't know who they are, but I can say for sure these homesteaders are fucking immigrants. The homesteaders are the immigrants who think they in America. They came here in the early 1900s, late 1890s and shit like that. You know, when they got here, there was immigrants and they had a fight for respect and for whiteness. You seen the gangs in New York? Those immigrants versus American. It was American Irish who was here before the Civil War, during slavery and all that shit, then the immigrants who came after. And those two didn't get along. Yeah, the American Irish versus the Irish immigrants. And you would never see a Caribbean rebellion in America. You'll never see a Latino rebellion in America. You might see a protest, but the protests don't mean nothing because America owes nothing to nobody but black Americans, but Native Americans. And not them Hispanic later, them Asian looking ones. Them niggas is fucking, those are Latinos, Mexicans pretending to be fucking Native Americans. I mean, the American government owes its original people, its original lot. They don't owe 300 million and something people. They owe about 100 million people, and in that 100 million, 40 of them is us. 44 of them saying everybody else is a fucking America. Don't owe Caribbeans, Indians, Asians. They don't owe Mexicans. They don't owe Guatemalans. They don't owe.
The reason Americans care about civil rights, the reason we are sensitive to racism, is for one issue and one issue only, and that is how black Americans were treated in this country. It is because of the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. Those do not compare. Irish, the new groups, they always get a little bad treatment. Do not compare that to how blacks are treated in this country. You don't get to piggyback on the black experience in America. You do not get to do that just because you are a woman, an immigrant, gay, Hispanic. No, the rest of you can go F yourselves.
They don't owe nobody nothing. So no one's going to rebel. And everybody came here to get a better deal, to get welfare opportunities they can't get in the country. We the only people who want to, man, fuck that, this ain't enough. Fuck that, this ain't justice, because we've been dealing with this government longer than anybody. We have a higher standard and higher expectation of our government and from our government. We the only people who could demand justice from our government. Can't nobody else demand justice because the government really don't do injustice to other people. And when they do, it really don't matter because those people are not really Americans anyway. Young Mexican got stabbed by a white boy in school before Carmelo and shit. He just got off. He got a lesser charge. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody cares about a Mexican. America don't care about a Caribbean. America don't care about an African. America don't care about a Russian. America don't care about an Italian. America, because America don't owe them nothing. Shit only goes up when the government does something to us, when police does something to us. Nobody else matters. It's not a big deal. Nobody else gets steamed. You know what I'm saying? We get the least from our government, but we did the most for this country. We get the most disrespect, but we fought the most for this country. We are the loyalists to this country. A Puerto Rican is not loyal to this country. A Mexican is not loyal to this country. A white immigrant is not loyal to this country. An Indian, an Asian is not loyal to this country. These people are not American. They could all go somewhere else. They could all speak another language. They could all assimilate. We can't go back to Africa. We not Africans. We beef with Africans. Africans don't fucking like us. This is our only land. We not fucking Africans. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Africans come from Africa. We didn't come from Africa. We can't go back to Africa. Africans could go back to Africa. That's the difference between us. We can't go back. We don't speak their language. We don't have their culture. We can't assimilate to them. We don't look like them. We don't smell like them. We don't behave like them. We don't think like them. That's why they come here. Don't behave like us. Don't think like us. We are other. We are enemy. We are enemies to every ethnic group. Yeah, you got some people in the outskirts who get along with us, but technically everybody in the world hates. Everybody come here and dump their hate on us because everybody is cowards. See, a strong person don't go against a weaker person, right? Not saying we weaker, but we are outnumbered. People team up against us. It's easy to team up against us because we appear to be weak, but we are strong because we go against everybody, every government. It's black Americans against the Caribbeans. It's black Americans against Latinos. It's black Americans against white. Black Americans against the police. Black Americans against injustice. We always fighting all these battles or all these fronts as we are long as we are strong. We get all the stereotypes put on us because we are a smaller group. So a bigger group could say those people are welfare recipients, when really that bigger group has more people on welfare than us. They could say that those people are the criminals, when in reality of it is the raw numbers are them being the most criminal people. Everybody can put things on us and look down on us because we are the weaker people. Not weaker as in our strength, weaker as in numbers. Because whiteness is a team, blackness is not. See, whiteness is all inclusive. It's the hierarchy. So whiteness have a hierarchy of the Anglo-Saxon. Those are the real white people. But then you had a second class white people who are Europeans, but they're not Anglo-Saxons. These are the Irish, Scottish, the Italians, the Germans. You know what I'm saying? Then you might have like the Jewish, or the Jews might be on top, somewhere in between there. And then you have the Latino class, then you might have the Asian class. Then you might have the Indian people. Then you might have the Latino. Then you might have the Caribbean, African, and then there's us. You know what I'm saying? But none of these people are from this country or contributed to this country. But they all get the benefit, and since they don't want to go home, since this is a better deal, it's easier to pick on black Americans than it is to actually have the heart and balls to go against the government like us. We have the biggest kahunas. We don't give a fuck. We don't gotta bite our tongue to this government. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? They did everything to us. They done jailed us. They done framed us. They done bombed us. They done massacred us. They done filleted us. They done ate us. They did everything. They fed our kids to alligators. We not scared of this fucking government. Everybody else is scared. Everybody else want to conform. You might have a few white people that's act like they're bold, big and bold, but that's not really. That's his white privilege being spoiled. Like a spoiled rich white kid who he got everything in life, but he still want to shoot up schools. They have mental fucking issues. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the topic. I be off topic sometimes. That's just in their nature. When we go against the system, and we the only group in America that consistently riot and protest and for justice, because we are reacting to injustice. We the only group that fight for justice for all. We the only group that challenge the government to treat people right, to treat us right. Nobody stands with us, but everybody benefits. We will never we don't really want to overthrow our government. We are fine with the government, but our problem with the government isn't fair, it's unjust. White supremacists never been loyal to this country. The Confederates are white supremacists. They was never loyal to this country. They went against the country and lost because the black Americans won the Civil War. Black Americans went against the government during the Civil Rights 60 riots because the injustice of police brutality. Black Panthers and all that shit. We fight for justice. We never fight just to overthrow the government. They can't really call us terrorists because we don't fight to take over the government. We only fight for justice. Right now, they're killing our kids. They kill us all the time. We riot because the justice system isn't fair to us. It's fair to everybody else. It's fair to immigrants. It's great to immigrants, actually. People who didn't invest nothing in this country get to get tax money, Social Security, jobs, opportunities that the own citizens don't get to get. And just last year, a year or two, they had immigrants living in hotels when you have black Americans, Latino Americans, white Americans living homeless by the millions. Like, everybody is fine as long as we being oppressed. But when we fight, everybody gets the benefit. I'm arguing with Latinos right now, telling me that we are the criminals of America on TikTok and shit. Bitches, y'all the criminals, right? Mexico got like 10 of the worst countries in the fucking world. We don't have cartels. Like, we don't have El Chapo. We don't bring or make fentanyl. We don't bring in cocaine. We don't smuggle in guns, smuggle women, and smuggle people into this country. We don't do that. We don't have Mexican mafia, Serranos, Norteños. We don't have that. We got Bloods and Crips, but it's a different type of entity. We are homegrown. These are immigrant people who come here and got the nerve to call us criminals when her fucking parents both probably came here illegally. Tom Holman probably looking for her parents right now. Like, these Mexicans are really siding with white people, and Mexicans will never be accepted as white people. Spitful Wintez is not a white person. White people are, only the Anglo-Saxons are white. Everybody else, the Irish is not white. Italians are not white. Mexicans and Latinos are definitely not white. These are the frontliners who are putting up the most fight, being the most disrespectful, while real white people ain't saying shit. They're letting y'all pawns frontline. But like I said, Black Americans go against the government because of injustice. The government is always on the offense. We're always on the defense. And when we go on the offense, then it's a problem. They don't want to make laws and negotiate shit, but we tired of them making laws with backdoor clauses in it. So when they make laws that we fight for, somehow they put in clauses that include everybody and we get the least. We was on the FBI most wanted list as the most dangerous people. Like the Black Americans Uniting is the most dangerous thing. I don't think it's in us to really, we don't want to overthrow the government. We want justice of the government. We want everything the government owes to us. We want every injustice rectified. That's the difference. And nobody want to give us what we deserve. And that's what we fighting for. We're not fighting to overthrow white people. We don't want to kill all white people. We don't want to, that's not even in us. We can't even pretend to be that way. Like, I said some shit about kids earlier. I don't know where that would come from. I'm just reacting. I don't, killing kids and calling people spics and calling people kikes and shit, that's not even in my nature. But out of reaction, this is what you get. Hate projects more hate. Y'all can't outdo me. It ain't my nature, but it's in me. It activates. I just want to say that part though. But how many white children shot at cops? How many white children shoot schools? Like, they praise police only when they oppress us, because the police job is to oppress us. These are slave patrol. We don't give a fuck what we call them. They started because of slave patrol. We subsidize these police to kill us and patrol us and harass us, right? Police is not fucking heroes. Police are cowards. Think about the people who become police. Weirdos, people who are scared of black people, oddballs, cornballs, nerds, geeks, right? Who can't really be cool or join real gangs because they're dorks. So what they do is they join police gangs and they take all the frustrations out on black people. You never see a black police officer kill a white child like they did to Tamir Rice, right? Like, these people have a history of killing our children. From slavery, making them kids alligator bait, George Steinme to Emmett Till, the KKK and the police been the same. The KKK infiltrated the fucking police a long time ago from the get-go. And not just white people and police. A lot of Asians killed a lot of black kids too. Like in 2023, that 14-year-old kid, his name was Cyrus Carmack Belton. Back in 92 in LA, Latasha Harlan. And then that Asian dude shot that little 6-year-old. Fucking Asians got crime laws and they shooting our kids. You know what I mean? And white people let them get off. It's never a racial crime. America has a history of attacking black children, whether it's white directly or vicariously white through somebody Asian, harming somebody kid, and they getting off on it. America has a history of attacking black men and black children and black women, but in particular, they have no sympathy when our children get fucking hit. Like, it's supposed to be eye for eye. It's a lot of eyes that need to be fucking poked out. We gotta do a lot of doubling back now to get that revenge for Tamir Rice, Latasha Harlan, all them babies who was fed by gators. This is why they hitting junior shit. It was straight, but it wasn't like direct enough. He was mad at a passion. Like, it needed to be some direct, premeditated revenge and ain't promoting violence. But in order to get their message out, cops got to know that if you do something to a kid, someone's going to do something back to you, so they'll think twice of doing something in the fucking first place, because they be getting away with too much crime, too much murder, too much abuse of kids. So now they can just do this shit and say, oh, I fear for my fucking life. That fear for my life shit has to stop. That should be illegal. If no one's shooting at you first, you shouldn't be allowed to shoot fucking civilians, innocent kids. They saying his car was stolen. They saying he had a gun, but he didn't have his day in court to prove none of this shit. For all we know, Ryan Hinton could have been innocent of all charges, could have been falsely accused. We don't fucking know. But the public has already convicted him, saying this little kid was a thug, this little kid had a gun. He thinking, nah, it's all lies. Court and the jury decides if he was guilty or not. Who was the public to say that this guy was guilty? Even we get convicted before we even see a day in court. We the only people who perceived as guilty before we even get in fucking court. And I think the law is you are innocent to proven guilty. We are guilty the minute we are fucking accused. Even the cops is lying in fucking police reports. How many times cops gonna lie in police reports? And keep in mind, this kid is only 18. When you 18, of course you're gonna get into a little bit of trouble. When you 16, 17, 15, 14, when you a teenager, you get into a little bit of trouble. Everybody gets to get into a little mischief when they fucking, in their teenage years. Who didn't get in trouble in their teenage years? By 18, I was damn near the biggest crack seller in my community. At 18, I was competing with grown-ass men on a drug dealer's level. Like, my older dude's like 9 years older than me, and I was running laps around them damn near 8, whatever. The crack era, I'm saying, I was selling crack and shit. 14. This was 18. Let's say he did have a gun. When you run from police and you got guns in the car, you don't run with the fucking guns. You leave the guns in the car. I don't believe he ran with a gun if he had a gun. Because that's just dumb. Everybody black knows that. If we in the car, we leave the guns and we fight the case later. We don't run with guns out when there's police. Who does that? That don't make no fucking sense. Now, let's say the car was stolen. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in stolen cars and shit. My niggas I never been in a stolen car. I never been in a stolen car with a gun. That was in my thing. I'm saying, if I'm in the car when I got a gun, the car got to be legit. I'm saying, I ain't with that running shit. But let's say we was in the car. Let's say we did something, right? If the cops behind us, first thing we do is wiping the gun down so we won't get no prints on this motherfucker, no DNA, tossing the guns in the middle, and we all gonna break. That's how the criminals think. Not saying he was a criminal. I'm saying I'm saying based on the cop's perspective, if these kids was in a stolen car and they had guns, it don't make sense to run with the gun if the car is stolen. It make more sense to, if his car is stolen, leave the guns in the car and just run, we get away, they can't blame us. But come to find out, the car wasn't stolen. It was just late on a payment, and the company reported it stolen. And ain't no telling what the police was doing to him or saying to him to make these people run. We don't know the whole story. Why was he running in the first place? I'm just saying, we ain't got the full story, and we not giving the police the benefit of the doubt. We not giving them more credibility than we giving anybody else just because they cops. Cops don't have credibility. Cops lie, cops frame people, cops get on the stand, and they fucking lie all the time. Cops beat their wives up, cops rape prostitutes, cops frame people, cops do all types of foul shit because cops are foul niggas too. They not stand-up people. It's very rare you see a fucking stand-up cop, and when you do, they probably gonna kill his ass. And ain't too many cops been dying by other police. So I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. A police report is never evidence. The camera says it all. We didn't see no gun in the camera, and if he had a gun, he damn sure didn't point it because he was too busy trying to get away. If he was going to shoot it out with the cops, he had opportunity to do that shit when he's behind the trash cans. You could have got low behind the trash can, and then that didn't happen. So whatever the cop is saying is a fucking lie. And whatever Rodney Hinton Sr. seen, can you imagine seeing your son being killed? At the same time, these cops is in your ear telling you your son pointed a gun and you watching the evidence and it didn't happen. That would drive a motherfucker crazy. I cried 3 times. I cried 3 times just because I thought about my father and me, you know what I'm saying? And come on, man. I don't get how. I understand that the world is real cold against us and we're the only humans. Everybody else is fucking reptiles. We the only mammals. We the only ones with sense. We the only ones with compassion and sympathy for other people. Nobody has that for us. These people are not humans. And for a long time, these people got to be savages, got to do the worst crimes to humanity for 400 or 500 years. They've been having a way with humanity. To Black Americans, to Africans, to Latinos, to Asians, these demons been terrorizing the world for so long. And to see other ethnicities and from other nations, Mexicans and whatever, side with these people is the biggest sign of fucking weakness. The biggest cowards. Because yes, we oppress. Yes, we all are oppressed. But just because you oppress a little less, you side with the oppressors. I would never side with the oppressors. I don't care how strong they are. Because it's not the right thing to do. It's not. Black Americans, that's why we are different. We have hearts. We have compassion. We have minds. We don't see facts in truth and still deny it like these people do. We don't have more compassion for animals than we do humans. We don't march for fucking animals, but stay in the house when humans are being killed. Like Peter. Where's Peter? Where's Peter at? You know what I'm saying? Like where is this Rainbow Coalition? Where's BLM? None of these people are speaking out and walking out. But let something happen to somebody gay. Let something happen to somebody Jewish. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to march and it's time for photo ops and time to sign these papers and treaties and laws, everybody want to come out and we all want to share the benefits. We should have never shared nothing with nobody. Nobody shares with us. Nobody cries with us. And I'm going to say this too. There are always exceptions to the rule. There are white people that's compassionate. There are white men who understand. There are white fathers. You know what I'm saying? There are Latinos, especially Puerto Ricans. I didn't see too many Puerto Ricans go against what Rodney did. I see a lot of Mexicans and South Americans and, people like that going against like the black people. But for some reason, Puerto Ricans, I didn't see too many disrespect from Puerto Ricans. So shout out to everybody who's being respectful because, come on, man, it's a child, man. If you a father, I can see if you a deadbeat because white people are deadbeats. White people are deadbeats. These are the same people who rape women, had kids with that woman, raped that kid, then sold the fucking great grandkids and grandkids. So I could get that. These people are animals in cages. These people made leather and shades out of human skin, couches and shit. Human leather, you know what I'm saying? These people wear black teeth and, for jewelry and kept knuckles and penises. I can see these people are been savages. I don't expect no compassion from these people. But for other people, Mexicans and, Asians, other Latino groups, that shit is just like, that shit is the weakest shit ever. And even if he did, he has the right to go to court and get judged. Even if the car was stolen, okay, he get a stolen car charge. Might be a felony, might be a misdemeanor. He'll have been a first time offender. There was no reason for him to die. This don't happen to white people. This don't happen to Asian people. This don't happen to Latino people. And all these different groups have guns and drug charges and shoot schools and do way more extreme shit. But yet and still, their results is not extreme. White people do way more shit. They get caught with ARs. How the fuck I'm seeing grown ass men, not even children, grown men shooting at cops, pointing ARs at police and getting arrested without a scratch on them? But you mean to tell me this kid was running with a gun allegedly and he couldn't make it home at night? Fucking 18, his whole life? Get the fuck out of here. And nobody's white sympathizing? Well, a few white people, but you mean to tell me there is more emphasis on the cop being a fucking hero than the father who went out for his son, who reacted out of emotion for his son? Y'all could suck a dick. I don't care about money. I'm never gonna get monetized. I'm monetized, but I keep my shit off because there's no way they can monetize this. I don't want to waste my time. There is no way as a father you don't feel Rodney Hinton's pain. There is no way. See, the real problem lies in what if everybody take it further? Like, okay, once one person do it, it's going to be a chain reaction. He just set a precedent. See, what Rodney did, what's scary to these police officers is, okay, shit, he set a precedent. And he didn't even have intentions. This wasn't planned. So now the next person might, you know what, I'm going to go further than him. I'm going to take a gang of cops, or I'm going to take out a cop's family, or I'm going to go to a cop's house. I'm going to go to a cop's child's school. And you know what I'm saying? Like it could go anywhere now. Not saying anyone should do that, but I'm saying this is what the cops might be thinking, oh shit, this guy ran a cop over. What the next black guy going to do when we kill the next? Because it's going to be a next kid they're going to kill. This is not going to be the last. This is not going to be the last. Even if it's a riot tomorrow, we burn down $1 trillion worth of property and we fuck up everything, right? It's still going to happen again because it's baked in society. Police was made to police Black Americans. It was made to keep us in our communities. It was made for the prison industry to thrive. It was made for these hick-ass towns to build jails and have an economic base or economic resources. If you notice, all the prisons and jails are never in black communities. It's always somewhere far in the fucking countryside, in the suburbs or in the mountains, where white people have the monopoly of the jobs and position. Why don't they put prisons inside black communities? There is not one prison in one black community. So white people get the benefit of our incarceration. And legally, these people who are incarcerated are slaves. It's the same fucking cycle. We need to make slavery completely illegal. We need to make private prisons completely illegal. The whole system is rigged and fucked up. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Yes, they're going to kill somebody else. And yes, someone else is going to take it further. Someone else is going to react a little more. God forbid if anything happened to my daughter or my daughter have a kid or something, or I get more kids, or my niece or my nephew, or some shit on my homeboy's kids. Nigga, if I see him tearing, nigga, we going together. They always get innocent people. It's like they sacrificing. It's like it's a sacrifice. You got to get a virgin or something. Somebody who never got in trouble. Kill somebody who never got in trouble. And we arrested criminals and milk them for the rest of their lives. Like, so he's never gonna go to jail, so we could kill him. And people who go to jail, keep him alive so we can milk him and get money off him through the fucking state. It's slavery. But I'm off topic again. Sonia Massey was killed for praying and saying Jesus' name. Had water. That cop shot her in the fucking face. And the police report saying he felt threatened for his life. When we gonna stop letting cops feel threatened for? That's a fucking excuse. It's like smelling marijuana. It's a fucking lie. You can always say you smelled marijuana. How can you prove that? You can always say you fear for your life. How can you prove that? Nah, nigga, this is the way you get away with murder. That shit need to be adjusted and something need to be done about that shit too. Nigga, everybody should feel like Rodney Hinton about his fucking kid. What type of father will let his kid be harmed? If you don't let your kid be harmed in your presence, in your absence, you ain't gonna let your kid get killed without doing something. What type of father is that? We ain't fucking immigrants. Immigrants want to fucking, immigrants want to wait for fucking Benjamin Crump. Nah, it wasn't no fucking Benjamin Crump. It wasn't no need for Al Sharpton to come. Matter of fact, where is Benjamin Crump? Where is Al Sharpton? Where's these cool niggas at? You know what I'm saying? When shit get real, these cool niggas ain't around. Fuck that money. And the family still should sue the police department. So what when they lost one of theirs? They still was at the wrong. This shit all boiled down to bad policing. Give a fuck. For every action is the fucking reaction. Rodney Hinton Jr. is a reaction to this dumbass cop who we don't know to this day. Why is they hiding him? Why is it a man who loses his kid get arrested, but the cop who shot the fucking kid don't get arrested? He's free. He's still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to this KKK issue, baby. How these motherfuckers been killing my kids. But the shit got to stop. And then a lot of people owe us eyes. A lot of eyes. If it's eye for eye, it's a lot of people owe fucking eyes. And we want every fucking eye. And there's no more eye for eye. We want eye for a fucking house. We want every eye in the fucking house. Fuck all that eye for eye shit. Fuck all that. Why you didn't get the police who did it? No, fuck all that. We get other people in easy targets to make you feel accountable for what the fuck you do. So next time you think twice. If I do something to this black person, I know somebody on my force is going to feel the fucking wrath of my action. That's what we want. We want you to think twice. Because you might never care about your own life. You might kill somebody, but fuck it, to kill me. Nah, nigga. If you kill one of us, someone around you should die, not you, so you can deal with that shit psychologically. So you can feel guilty in your fucking conscience. So you can teach others not to do the same mistakes you done. And I ain't promoting violence, but fuck that. I don't promote violence, but these people are actually doing violence. It's a difference. I'm speaking up against violence done to us. I'm not talking about killing no cop or doing something to a cop. I'm talking about cops actually killing us and how we should actually have a mind frame. How we should actually go about doing shit. Because police don't give us justice. The law don't give us justice. Nigga, the judges don't give us justice. That shit doesn't apply to us. They only give us injustice. That's all they ever gave us. But let me get back to KKK and them fucking killing our kids. Racist white people been patrolling and policing us from the get-go. There is no reason for us to pretend like these people Police are only praised when they killing us, when they harassing us, but they never praise when they doing their job to white people. They get fired for that shit. But let me get back to the N-word thing. Since when white people can't say nigger? Y'all been saying nigger since y'all invented the word nigger. Like, nobody is telling white people they can't say nigger, right? What we saying is when you say nigger, we gonna fuck you up. That's it. It's that simple. If your kids call my kid a nigger, my kid is gonna fuck your kid up. And at times, y'all might even win. It's possible. The thing is this. Y'all want to pretend like your freedoms, y'all can say, we can say, y'all can do it, we can do it. That's not how life works. Just because my friend walks in and out of my house doesn't mean a stranger can walk in and out outside my house, right? Just because I call my homeboy a certain name doesn't mean a stranger can call my homeboy a certain name. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how life works. Just because somebody could do something, just because a group of people do something. For example, I seen Jews, call other Jews kikes. I seen Puerto Ricans call other Puerto Ricans spics. That could happen. But it's disrespectful when someone who's not from the group does anything. Like, nobody not Puerto Rican will go amongst Puerto Ricans and call them spics without consequences. Nobody would go against the Mexicans and call them wetbacks if they ain't Mexican without consequences. No one would call a Jew a fucking kike without consequences. And no disrespect to no groups. I'm just saying, because if we could say nigger, then everything's on the table. So if YouTube or TikTok block me for saying these different words when they let nigger slide, then fuck it. It's just everybody's racist then against us, which is I expect anyway. My thing is this. My family, right, and my friends and people I went to school with are all different groups. My friends different from my family. My friends, I'm saying people. So people call me different names. And within my family, my aunt called me something different than my uncles. My mom called me something different from my father. My grandparents all call me the same thing, kind of, like I'm saying. Well, my nana didn't call me that. See what I'm saying? But people kind of call me different things for different reasons. When someone from my school call me my street name, that's weird. And when somebody from my hood call me my real name, that's weird. When my little cousin call me something my mom called me, that's weird. See what I'm saying? People can't just do what everybody does. That's not taking away your freedoms. It's called respect. What's happening is white people want to be disrespected openly, and they all guess. Latinos, white people, they want to say the N-word. These are all immigrants. Black Americans are not immigrants. We ain't come over no boat. We ain't come on no plane. We ain't out no border. We ain't get off no raft or no intertube. We was here longer than anybody else proven. I mean, there might be some people who say there was pilgrims, who say they was here, they think we was here during 1775, who say they can say that shit, but I don't got to say that. I'm Black American. It speaks for itself. I'm in every page of history in this fucking country. I know the skin color, I know the tone. You can tell about how police treat me. You can tell about the neighborhood I live in. You can tell about my education that I'm Black American, because the results are still the same. It's a continuation of oppression. I don't get the privileges immigrants get. I don't have the mentality immigrants have. Immigrants don't go against the government. Immigrants don't say nothing against authority. Black Americans have a history. It's all we do is go against authority. That's in this. See, you fuck with a Black American, you fuck with somebody who's fucking fed up, who's been fed up for years. We the only ones that fight for the nation and make shit better. We demand from the government that government treats everybody better here. Nobody else does that. Every group fight for themselves. Mexicans fought to be white. Asians fought to be white. Indians fought to be white. Everybody wants to join and assimilate to whiteness. We don't want to join and assimilate to whiteness because we are different. We stand for different things. We stand for righteousness. White supremacy is evil. It's evil. It's oppression. It's slavery. It's hoarding resources. We ain't like it. It's greed. It's soullessness. It's hateful. I'm Black. I'm not. I'm more of a. I'm Black. We're the opposite of that. We have our negatives too, just like anybody else, but we have more positives than negatives. You know what I'm saying? But everybody come here because the immigrants, they don't want to go back. They want to choose. People got to pledge allegiance to America. So I get it. Yeah, we pledge allegiance. Okay, well, whatever. I don't got to pledge allegiance. I am this. I am the allegiance. You know what I'm saying? Pledging allegiance is just for immigrants. So I get why everybody want to say the nigger, but nobody. It's funny how you never see Nick Fuentes or Myron or them weirdos, they never seem to say kike at all. At all. And it's a funny thing about Spick Fuentes. He's a Mexican. Thinking Tim Pool or Tim, whatever that nigga name is. These other motherfuckers, they be Irish. they be the last of the white people. These people who are the bottom of whiteness, right? Who's applying for whiteness. Nigga Fuentes is applying because he's a fucking Mexican. You know what I'm saying? He's applying to be white, and you got people like Myron Gaines and these are fucking weirdo immigrants who white people hate them. But they accept them because they use them like Candace Owens. White people don't. And these be the first people to go. Like the Myron Gaines and the Candace Owens are gonna be the first to go when if anything pop off even if a riot pop off, they gotta go. They're going. Candace Owens is in danger. Myron Gaines is in danger. These every coon Sambo, especially the immigrants, these are if violence ever occur, these people have no side to stand on. They're going. Democrats are going. Everybody's going. I ain't promoting violence, but I know the temperature. These people got to go. These are the people Harriet Tubman would leave back. So if Harriet would do it, we would do it. That's just what has to happen. But it's funny how all these alt-rights want to say the N-word, but they never say the K-word when it comes to Jews. Because they're cowards. These people are cowards. When there's consequences, when there's consequences or when it's like real repercussions, they don't fight head up. They don't have the heart to. They like soft target. They think we are soft target. We ain't never been a soft target. That's why the government always fucking with us. Every once in a while, we got to riot and burn shit down. We are the only fighters of American. We are the American fighters. Think about all the American prize fighters, boxers. Those are black Americans. Nigga, we do this. Let me get back to the topic of these dumbass people who want to say the N-word, which is crazy. Like, y'all want to say nigga without getting punched in your face? Y'all want to say nigga without getting dragged? Y'all want to say nigga, like why? Y'all want to say spick? Y'all want to say wetback? Y'all want to say kike? Everybody want to say nigger and nigga. Why? Like, does it make y'all feel better to say it? Just say it. Y'all are free to say it, and we are free to react. See, y'all like to do shit, but y'all like the reaction, right? Like, for example, people are saying Rodney Hinton is a coward because he didn't get the cop. We don't even know the fucking cop name who killed his son because they hide in this coward. That's what they do. They hide. Like, y'all hide behind, like a lot of y'all be faceless trolling my fucking accounts, trolling my TikTok, trolling my fucking comments and shit. Faceless. Y'all can see my face. But just like the KKK, y'all hide your face while y'all talk shit. Right? Hide your hand. Y'all calling him a coward for getting a random cop. An innocent cop. There's no such thing as an innocent cop. A cop is a gang. And when one gang member kills somebody, they all celebrate that death, that murder. When one gang member beats somebody up, they all celebrate that victim because it gives them morale. How many times do we see cops stopping cops from harassing, killing, or shooting innocent people? I never seen it. I never seen a cop tell another cop to shut the fuck up. You're being disrespectful. You're wrong. I never seen a cop condemn another cop for killing innocent people, killing children. These people kill black children all the time. And white children shoot at and kill cops and shoot schools and shoot grocery stores and shoot churches all the time. Shoot college campuses all the time. And they never get shot. They always get arrested. Serial killers always get arrested. They never kill serial killers. They never kill the murderers. They never kill drug dealers. Only time cops actually kill people is during shootouts. If I kill a motherfucker right now, they'll find me and they won't kill me. Like, why is that? Why is that you could kill people, you could sell fentanyl, you could be a cartel kingpin like El Chapo and not get killed after all the killing you did? You could be a Gacy, you could be a Jeffrey Dahmer, you could be a Ted Bundy, you could be all these fucking people that's a threat to society and won't get harmed by police, but yet innocent kids running from police with their back turned get killed all the time. Kids playing with toy guns get killed all the time and is justified. Now, one time a father actually does something out of emotion under distress of seeing his son get killed by a cop, and the cops lied and said that the kid pointed a gun, and when you seen the video, he fucking lost his mind. Who wouldn't? White people cry and go crazy over dogs. White people celebrate, and if a cop would have killed the dog, you'll see Pete out that motherfucker marching, having a fucking fit, maybe even rioting if a dog was killed. But when somebody black killed, you don't see motherfucking PETA, you don't see the LGBT, you don't see none of these fucking fake allies, none of these people who actually think they care about people protesting the death of this black kid. And when a father takes justice in his own hand, now he's a coward. See, this is the thing about white people when they're saying, he should have got the man that killed his son. How about all them times that black people was hung because allegedly one black man did something and everybody got hung, or the whole city got burned down, or they framed the wrong person, or the wrong person got convicted of it. White people have a history of getting the wrong person. Rosewood, a nigga did it. What nigga? Any nigga would do. When they started hanging niggas, nigga, it didn't matter what black person did it. The first black person they saw paid the consequences. Now you think we forgot that? You think we don't know how y'all play? All the people y'all fucking hung on, we not about to do that. We not about to treat y'all better than y'all treated us. Any black man would do when y'all upset, especially back in the day with the KKK and shit. Any black nigga would do. A nigga did it. A nigga did it. Anytime they wanted some land, anytime a white person lied, a white bitch lied, any nigga would do. So now the rules don't apply like we forgot. Because this guy lost his son and he got the first one to fit the description. Now it's not good enough no more. Now it's not fair. Now he's a coward. You have a whole history, thousands of pages of cowardice. You can't tell us nothing about being fucking cowards. You have all the numbers, shut the fuck. I'm tired of y'all, nigga. So when one black person do something, even to this day, when police get a description of something, they harass every black person. Every black person look like you fit the description. You fit the description. They don't get to a specific person. One time I had a blue Audi, right? It looked silver though. Cop pulled me over because he's looking for somebody in a gold Audi. Motherfucker, I have a blue. My shit is blue. But yeah, you fit the description. Cops and white people don't give a fuck about descriptions. Any nigga would do. So that's how we on it. When we upset, anybody will fucking do. That's just what it is. That's the American way. We didn't set the rules. We didn't set the standard. We didn't make the litmus. White people did. We are reactions. We are reactionary. Fear is fair, but there's no fear in war. Nobody ever treated us fair. We don't get a fair shake, so we never going to apply. Don't want to talk to us about being fair. We would never be fair. Nothing we going to do ever is going to be fair. That's not warfare. Warfare is deception. You motherfuckers are doing all types of deception. Y'all lie, psychological warfare, physical warfare, biological warfare. We not fucking playing fair with y'all. And I'm not saying it's going to be a war, but white people keep saying it's going to be a racial war, it's going to be a civil war. I'm talking to that. I am not trying to ignite or initiate nothing. This is all reactions. But this is the truth. Fuck what y'all thinking. We don't give a fuck. Y'all think what y'all think, keep it to yourself. We're going to think how we thinking, keep it to ourselves. Fuck y'all. We owe police a lot. We owe police a lot. And I'm not promoting violence, but check this out. Y'all want to do foul shit, right? Break all the rules, but want us to play fair. You want to kill our children. Like think about it, right? This is white logic. They want to randomly kill our kids and attack our kids. And we supposed to specifically fight their men. When their woman and their men are attacking our children randomly. No, that's not, no. The fuck y'all thinking? No. We ain't playing by rules. Y'all don't set these fucking rules. These unfair, that's what I'm saying. White people always want the advantage and always want the favoritism and always want the advantages. We're not giving y'all the privilege of equality and fairness. No. Eye for eye is not you killing my child and me killing you. Eye for eye is one of my kids and a few of your family members. That's an eye for an eye. You don't get to dictate what's fair. Nigga, one of mine for two of yours is an eye for, it's fair. And random is great because I don't gotta go looking for nobody. I can just go out and find the fucking first one I see, and that's my justice. You can't tell me my justice. Y'all don't define what's justice for us. Y'all can't tell us what makes us feel good. We're not doing that. All this it's too much reverse psychology with white people. Y'all do too much standards and too much projecting and fuck y'all. We don't give a fuck about what y'all think and how y'all play. We not gonna play by y'all rules. Y'all got all the advantages. We ain't going head up with y'all. Y'all got the army, the military, the government, and a bunch of fucking immigrants, frontliners. All we got is us. Nah, y'all the cowards. We not playing by you coward ass rules. We ain't gonna let cowards set the morale of the rules. Cowards can't dictate the rules of morale. Y'all cowards, but we supposed to be brave. When we outnumbered and outgunned, but we supposed to be honorable. Y'all have no fucking honor. Y'all have no honor or dignity, but we supposed to play honorable and dignity amongst you scumbags. Shut the y'all make no fucking sense. That is not how it's ever going to work. If it has to go down, we are not looking for specific people because y'all could hide them. We ain't got time for looking and stalling with you motherfuckers. Not saying we are, but hypothetically speaking, because y'all keep saying it's gonna be a race riot. That's what y'all doing. It's gonna be a race riot. It's gonna be a race riot. If it is a race riot, we ain't fighting fair because we can't win. Guerrilla warfare is not going to head up against. Y'all have an army tank and I got fucking rocks. I'm supposed to fucking go against an army tank. No, I'm going to the fucking building y'all at and go inside the office where y'all at. No, I'm not attacking the soldiers. I want the motherfuckers at the desk calling the shots. That's how warfare is. Not saying, and it shouldn't come to this. This seems to be a conversation, but it is a conversation that white people are initiating. They want a warfare. They want a racial war. We fighting on the side of righteousness. Y'all fighting on the side of wickedness because y'all wicked people. Wicked and fucking deranged, attacking children. That never crossed my mind until I seen that footage and heard the story that fucking children might have to be on the table if ever it has to happen. That's just warfare. Men, women, and children are not exempt from warfare. They are included. Y'all gonna take our men, women, and children, but we supposed to just fight y'all men? No. Your bitches and your kids is part of it too. They cheering on and they next in line. They gonna roll. That's how it is. Fear is fear, and no one should want to harm nobody else. But we can't be victimized. We always being victimized, and we can't fight y'all like y'all fight y'all because y'all got all the money, all the bombs, all the planes, and all the fucking free time, and all the insane people in the fucking world. You have all the savage. Fuck that. No. Instead of fighting a fucking police department, it's easier to go to a fucking Sun Tzu said, look for easy targets. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or to avoid war altogether, but niggas is not fighting hard targets. No, we ain't playing by y'all rules. And I hope it never comes to this. I hope it never comes to that. If it do come to that, see, this is a fucked up podcast right here. I never want to do no shit like this. Why? If people had a heart, just a heart, not even for Black Americans, just a heart. Whatever. He didn't plan the murder. Rodney Kendrick didn't plan the murder because you know how I know? If he planned the murder, he would have got some guns, got a vest, went out and actually killed multiple cops. That's how you plan shit. You don't know what cop, what time. He just lost his fucking mind. He had to go home. He went back to get his car, and on his way back, he just so happened to see a fucking cop and all the memories of his son being born, all the games he played. Nigga, you can't imagine the shit he had to go through to raise his kid. Like, a parent goes through so much emotions with their children. Could you, like, when I was little, I used to be sick. I see my mom praying and crying. Just for me to stop coughing. So I have bronchitis, right? I got a homeboy whose daughter had a heart problem. And he spent months crying for his kids. He survived so good. I survived. But can you imagine all the emotions you got attached to your child? You see your face, your pride and your joy, and someone take that from you and say, oops, it was an accident and it's no consequences for this shit? Nigga, we should have been doing this. Motherfucker, and I'm glad he didn't get the guy who did it because that would have been an eye for an eye. He got somebody else. Now the guy who actually killed his son got that on his conscience. See, people should never attack stronger people head on. That's the art of war. That's Sun Tzu. That's the 48 laws of power. Nah, white people don't fight head on. They get armies, they get militias, they get tanks, they get bombs, and they hit weak targets. They don't fight people equally. They compromise, and they sign treaties when you equal to them. You know what I'm saying? They sit down, negotiate when you equal to them. But when it's superior to you, they don't give a fuck about you. And it's better for the people to take justice in their own hand because the law is not God. They might got us brainwashed thinking just the law means something. The law is fake. We pretend that we civilized. The law is fake. All laws in America is based on racism. Think about it. They had Jim Crow laws. They had vagrant laws. They had pig laws. They had black codes. They had the man law that was specifically for the boxer Jack Johnson to stop fucking white women. They had the 100-to-1 ratio for the crack laws designed for black Americans for selling crack. Even though white people did crack way more than we did. To this day, nigga, they do way more. They keep the drug economy alive. They weaponize the law against us. They make rules for us to abide by, like the redlining. That was the law. It was laws that we couldn't live in certain communities. And this is our country, but yet they let immigrants come in and move anywhere. We had to die and fight to live in these places that immigrants get to come here, disrespect us, and live amongst these people and talk shit to us. But let me get back to the topic of why Rodney Hendricks not killing the cop who killed his son meant more than killing the actual suspect who killed his son. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's psychological. It's holding them accountable. Because the person who did it gets to live and think about, damn, my actions caused a reaction that got somebody else family crying. Now, that officer family has to deal with grief because of what another officer did. Just imagine if Rodney Hendricks was on some real shit like, okay, I'm not gonna kill this cop. I'm gonna get his mother, his daughter, his children, and let him live. You know how fucking psychological that'll fuck him up? See, the art of war is never to fight equally. It's the deception. White people know this. See, they want to fight dirty, right? And break all the rules, but want us to live by the rules. Fight them head up or fight somebody your own size. Y'all don't fight nobody head up. Y'all don't fight nobody your own size. Y'all use bombs on Philadelphia. Y'all use bombs on a peaceful group in Philadelphia just because they had their own enclave. Y'all use eminent domain against us. Y'all use so many laws and rules against us. So many weapons. We the only people who the military and the National Guard actually come and attack. You know, the pictures of the 60s of the dogs in the water holes on them people, those was children. Those was high school and middle school children. As young as 4 years old, police was attacking our children. America has a history of attacking black children, especially white women. They have a history of doing this shit. Is documented. Emmett Till, George Steinme, they put a 14-year-old on death row just to find out he was innocent. I'm surprised I'm surprised people been in retaliate. Your only job in life is to live and reproduce and protect your fucking children. Fuck what the law say. The law is not real. The law is racist. The law is biased. We don't have a system of justice. We have a system of injustice. People support the police because the police oppress us. Other than them oppressing us, they don't give a fuck about police. White people are only united because we exist. If you take black Americans out this country, they'll attack the Latinos next. And the Latinos always acting like they're white. They always want to side with the white people, like the Spic Fuentes. Spic Fuentes is a fucking Mexican. Spic Fuentes is a homosexual Mexican. But for some reason, he's the face of the alt-right. Enrique Torrio, the leader of the Proud Boys, is an Afro-Latino who side with the fucking white supremacy. See, America is black and white. Nobody else in between matters. Africans don't matter. Latinos don't matter. Asians don't matter. Even Europeans don't matter. The real white minority, the people who was here since slavery, the Pilgrims, the foundational white people, who we don't even know who they are, have pawns. Irish, the Italians, the gays, the Latinos, the Arabs, the Indians, Middle Easterners, everybody, Africans, Caribbeans, everybody come to this country, and the only way to assimilate is assimilate to blackness or whiteness. And some people play both. They'll play the minority card, but they have white on paper. Everyone is choosing white supremacy because white supremacy give us stereotypes from their projecting and have the propaganda to make it stick. Like, for example, the worst fathers in the world is white people. How do I know? White people used to rape African slaves and Indian slaves, right? Have children, rape them children, and then sell them. I'm gonna worse than that. White men never married white women in high numbers until the government incentivized the suburbs, which is like single family homes or like, you know, the suburbs. They give them the suburbs, the RH loans and shit. That incentivized white families to move to the suburbs, have white flight. Before then, white people was only married at 30%. And blacks was married at 80%. Now we at 30 and they're 80s because the government incentivized them to get married, to get homes in the suburb for lower prices than we got for being in the projects and paying rent. Now, everyone want to say that Rodney was a bad father. Project. If you want to kill for your kid, who would you kill for? If you want to die for your kid, what's the point of living? The most honorable thing you could do is die for your children and your family. The most honorable. We honor people who die for this country, but we don't honor people who die for their families. That's some reverse psychology for your ass, ain't it? You die for this country, but you can't die for your family. Die for in police duty, but you can't die for protecting your kid. You can't die for retaliating for your kid. America's not built by cowards. There's a lot of coward shit going on. And they want us to be cowards. They want us to be docile. That's why I don't believe in that God shit. Because you ain't gonna get me with your God shit. Oh, forgive. Oh, God went like this. We all know the nigga. Y'all nothing but demons. Not gonna talk. I ain't gonna let a fucking demon tell me about God. Yeah, y'all the most godless people ever. We have fucking known to man. Y'all some rape children. Y'all still rape children. And y'all wanna say that we got the 13%, got 65% of the murders. Yeah, that's black on black crime. Black people kill black people in proximity. It's a small minority of people who do. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. I tell you why it's a lot. Because the government made it that way. If this house have a cat and this house have a dog, right? Different houses. Of course, the cat and the dog aren't going to fight because it's separated. But if you put the cat and the dog in the fucking same bathroom, same closet, of course you're going to get violent. So I got a better analogy. Let's say you got a bunch of dogs. Say you got a bunch of breed of pit bulls, right? And instead of putting these pit bulls in individual houses, you put all these pit bulls in the same backyard. You got 100 pit bulls in the same backyard instead of putting them in 100 different houses, right? Imagine these pit bulls are in the same backyard. Of course they're going to fight. But imagine if you start taking the food away. Less food and less water, right? That's the opportunities of these dogs have. So, of course, there's going to be more tension and more violence over the food. Now you add cats. The cats are the Puerto Ricans, right? Do you add the Arabs in our community, which is the mice and the rats and these other immigrants in our community that we are already fighting resources for? Of course, them dogs and them cats and them fucking rats are going to fucking fight. Of course, that backyard is going to be more vicious than other backyards that have one dog or one cat in that household. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the government did to us. They put us all in one spot and they fenced it in and they put barbed wire around it and told us that's the community, the yard we gotta live in. That's exactly why black on black crime is so high, because y'all put everybody in the one spot and tell us we can't go nowhere else and take all the resources, at the same time putting in people that y'all putting in other people that y'all feeding and supporting in our communities that we have to compete for still for the resources we got, who are backed by their own country and their own families. They have their own resources that we don't have. That's exactly why crime is high. And yet y'all want to look at us and say, oh, that house right there is don't go to that house because they don't know how to treat animals. Y'all allowed it. Y'all could put all these dogs in the houses. It's enough empty houses. It's enough land. It's enough forest. But y'all don't do that. And y'all look at us like we crazy because we trying to survive in a spot that y'all flooded. Not only us in one small neighborhood on a small piece of acres, y'all put other people in there. Of course, black communities is going to be worse. Fucking hypocrites. The black ghetto in these cities subsidize these suburbs, which means black people pay for white suburbs. So not only do we fight for resources, right? The government makes us give our resources, our taxpayers, to the people who have more anyway. Black neighborhoods pay for white neighborhoods. The people with the least pays for the people with the most still. Not only do they have government assistance, but these people who have the least subsidizes the fucking suburbs. No one mentioned that. I see do a whole breakdown on that later on, but nigga, look it up. Cities subsidize suburbs. Our kids get the worst, so our parents out there busting their ass for minimum wage jobs and just barely surviving. Those taxes go to fucking white people who have it all. The best jobs, best opportunities, the best schools, and all the wealth. That's what's happening. Injustice to the highest degree on so many levels. It's so much shit that we are fighting for, but we just focus on the violence right now. But it's so much shit. Reparations need to be in so many different forms other than money. But I get into that later. Right? So not only are we paying for their shit, they get better schools, better education, and we get poor shit and hand-me-down, and we get the absolute fucking least. We get the absolute least and the absolute worst. We don't get the best education. We don't get the best opportunities. We in close proximity. We can have 100 people. You can have 100 people on a fucking half an acre or an acre. Think about a project building in New York, right? 17 floors, right? 20 people each floor. Say it's 2 acres. You got white people who live miles away, hundreds of acres, thousands of acres. That was just given to them through the Homestead Act. That was our land, and not to mention the land that they stole from us through eminent domain, through the KKK running us off our property, taking our whole towns and villages. Not to mention the towns they burnt down. Not to mention the towns they flooded, and they put us in these small pockets of fucking cities, right? With no opportunity. Then they give us drugs to sell, and they give us fucking guns by the caseloads. What do you think gonna happen? I tell you what, let's reverse it. Let's give Black Americans all the opportunity, all the nepotism, the best education, right? And we elevate them, and we give them second chances. We don't convict them, right? And you give white people nothing, because they don't deserve nothing, because they're all immigrants. None of them was here during the fucking 1775 revolution. None of them. Those who are better off. I'm saying these people we got here are all fucking immigrants. So we're going against those Black Americans against Ellis Island immigrants, against Latino immigrants, against Indian immigrants, against Asian immigrants. While the real white people are running the fucking government, running everything. We got to front the front line. We got to fuck with all the pawns. Now, we got to fight against all these pawns before we can actually get to the king on the board, right? Now, white people have high crimes with the suburb, with best opportunities, with the best schools. They're the most oppressed. Do all that shit, right? And it's they do all that shit. They're most oppressed. They're the most oppressed. They do the most drugs. Like with all the best education, with the high IQ, with the nepotism, favoritism, they don't face racism. They get more opportunities than backdoor opportunities. They get tax breaks. They get all this shit Black Americans don't get. You would think that they would have no crime, because there's no reason for them to commit any crime. They get the best opportunities, but yet and still they lead in white collar crimes. They lead in sexual crimes, pedophilia, bestiality, incest, kidnapping, shooting schools. The worst crimes are committed by white people. Yes, we have gangbangers. We have that. But we didn't have that before the 1970s. We didn't have that. Because before then, you have the Italians and the Irish and the Jews who was doing gangbanging. Al Capone's, Lucky Luciano, Meyer Lansky. These people was killing each other in the street all the fucking time. In Chicago. So Chicago, they say, what about Chicago now? Chicago was fucking going up when white people, when the mob was running that shit. Chicago ain't just some new shit. Chicago been up, but once upon a time, they forget that Al Capone was running fucking Chicago and gunning shit down on the daily. They make movies for these people. They idolize these people. They idolize degenerates, right? And then they villainize our heroes. Rodney Hendricks is a fucking hero. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what these coons say. I don't care what these crackers say. I don't care what these spics say. I don't care what nobody say. This man is a hero, living proof of I would die for my kid. Die for my kid. He didn't plan that. At the most, he's gonna get is vehicular manslaughter. He's gonna get the chair. He's gonna get vehicular manslaughter. And they're saying, oh, when he go to jail, he doesn't have a problem. He's gonna be a fucking king in jail. Blacks run jails, especially like in Cincinnati, Ohio, Connecticut, New York. We run these. We do all right in jail. I never was scared in jail. Nigga, jail was nothing to black people. You know why? Because y'all been incarcerating us for fucking generations. Y'all can't scare us with prison no more. Y'all can't even scare us with police no more. Look. We've been removed from being scared of white people for like, my daughter's generation ain't scared of white people or police. My generation, the millennials ain't scared. Nigga, the Gen Zs ain't scared of police. Nigga, my grandmother wasn't scared of police. Her parents and my grandfather's parents are both, they both runners from killing KKK members. At least, in totality, at least 4. One side killed 3, other, nigga, listen, we not scared of white people. Y'all already bombed us, right? Y'all already used the military to knock down our fucking homes. Y'all already dropped bombs on us, right? Y'all already sick dogs on us and water holes to us. We not scared of none of that shit. We are immune. We don't give a fuck because you think you got more guns? Y'all think we shoot guns sideways? Nigga, we have very much experience in shooting guns. Military, right? There's a lot of us go to the military and gangs. And a lot of us own guns illegally. A lot of guns. Y'all think y'all gonna have a shootout with us? It would not be wise for us to have a shootout with y'all because we know y'all got the government behind y'all, police behind y'all. We're gonna not promoting racism, but according to the art of war, Sun Tzu and the 48 laws of power never said fight your enemy head on. Easy targets. Women, children. Ain't gonna be, see, y'all think the men is gonna be, no. Niggas ain't fighting men. No, we ain't fighting your military. We ain't fighting your police. No, go to their homes. Like, see, a lot of y'all finna realize this. The hood is never too far from the suburbs. Like, my projects, right next door to, it's a fence. It's a gated community, because it's red line. Right over that fence is white people. Hamden. That's where motherfuckers gonna go. We ain't gonna fight in these streets. I wouldn't recommend nobody fight in the streets. I would go where the motherfuckers is easy at. It ain't promoting violence. I'm just saying hypothetically, because it's almost a race war. It's gonna be a race war, but I don't give a fuck if violence happens. And when it does happen, if it does happen, a lot of these coons, a lot of these Latinos think they on the side of white people. They're not. A lot of these conservative MAGA niggas like Kanye, these niggas like Andrew Tate, niggas like Myron Gaines, they gonna be the easiest to catch. Because look, look, first of all, nobody likes y'all. Whites or black people like y'all. Only incels and nerds and dorks who ain't gonna do shit. Fuck with these nerds, these cornballs, right? Because, you know, conservatives is just like these conservative black people, just like the it's just like the liberal black people. They just kiss white ass and, you know, I don't know why. I don't know how people could. I can't even pretend to kiss white ass. I can't pretend to, like, I know you gotta be how can y'all just sit there, right, and just side with people who hate you? Like, what type of self-esteem, man? These motherfuckers hate you. Like, speak for Wintez. He thinks he's white. Now, in a room full of, let's remove the black people for a minute. In a room full of Anglo-Saxons and dramatic people, he's not white. White people are only Anglo-Saxons. Spaniards are not white. Russians, Spaniards are not white. Ukrainians are not white. The Italians are not white. Nobody is white except these northern dramatic tribes. Latinos are not white. Indians are not white. Asians, none of these people are white. And white people oppress all these people. White people oppressed it. The Irish, Scottish, China, Vietnam, India. Like, England colonized all these people. And all these people want to kiss these white people ass, right? Y'all gonna be the first to go because nobody needs y'all. Y'all useless to both of us. Like these coons and samples are useless to white people and black people. These people gonna go first. These are the people that Harriet Tubman would have gunned the fuck down with a Mac 10 if she had one. And these people I'm looking at, now promoting violence. I never promote violence, but if I was to think violently, them niggas would be on my mind. If I was to think violently, which I never do, I wouldn't go for hard targets. I would go for soft targets because that's what Machiavelli taught me. See, I learned from white people. I know how they think. I know how they move. They cowards. They don't fight. They don't fight people of equal ability. They don't fight people with equal abilities because it's a possibility of them losing. They only want guaranteed wins. That's why they outnumber people. That's why I'm saying we got the numbers. That's why they're saying if we 65% of the country. No, you're not. White people are not 65% of the country because a lot of them are Latino. A lot of them, even black people, put white on the census. Indians put white on the census. Mexicans put white on the census. Some motherfuckers, their numbers it means nothing. And it's a culture of cowards. Nobody gives a fuck about their numbers. Nigga, we've been fighting this government in this country for our respect for so fucking long. Nigga, we getting rusty. We want to see if we still got it. And this is the thing about it too. If it does go down again, this time, Latinos ain't gonna benefit from this fight. White women ain't gonna benefit from this fight. Gays ain't gonna benefit from nobody like Caribbeans and Africans aren't gonna get these benefits no more. All that shit is done. Us fighting for everybody, nah, we're not fighting for everybody no more. We gonna fight that's gonna be only for us. If we shutting people down, we don't want Africans, Caribbeans, Latinos having none of our privileges ever again. Nothing we do, they deserve it because they all come here and spit on our fucking face. We embrace everybody with open arms, even our oppressors. Never a fucking again. Rodney Hinton is an American hero, just like Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale. These are heroes who fought back. The Deacons of Defense. These are people white people are going to villainize. They always villainize our heroes. Fuck them. Their heroes are really villains. They're the villain in every story. Christopher Dorner is a fucking hero. He was a cop, but he wasn't a crooked cop. He stood for justice. Then he backed it up with action. These are people America would never praise because America is fucking cowards. Reverse psychology, unaccountability. I'm never going to argue with white people about honor, dignity, and accountability because they don't accept that shit. If it don't benefit them in their narrative, they don't fucking hear you. They turn deaf and dumb. The high IQ they seem to have, that shit never comes into a conversation when it's about morality and justice. They only see their point of views. They want to tell us to stop being victims when they always victimizing us. They want to call us niggers and they want us to be happy about it. See, Make America Great Again is when we was walking around with our heads down, working for free, and letting them victimize us and our women and our children at will. Nigga, we ain't never going back to that shit again. Ever. Ever. Give me freedom or give me death, like Patrick Henry said. We ain't never had fucking freedom. We ain't even alive. We still slaves. We still subjugated. Fuck all that. It's time to change these laws for the better of us. Fuck fair. Stop. Fuck equality. We're not equal to these people. Nigga, stop. And don't ever fucking play fair with these people. They never play fair with us. Cheat all you can. Take advantage of all you can because all they do is cheat, take advantage of us. This whole capitalist system is slavery. It's them exploiting other people or their resources. Money of them mean nothing. The laws don't mean nothing when they apply to them. Fair, going to schools based on your merit doesn't apply to them. They have legacy. But they want us to fucking try hard. They call us criminals, right? When more of them are in jail. They have to use that percentage thing to make it in their favor. But raw numbers, it's more criminals that's white in this country than black Americans. Point blank. And there's more white people who get their cases dismissed than black Americans. Point blank. Black Americans get exonerated more than white people. Point blank. If white people was held accountable like we was held accountable, they will, prisons will fucking explode. If their communities was policed like our communities, if they was harassed like we was harassed, if they was framed like we was framed, if they was killed like we was killed, this country would be in a fucking uproar. But they like that we being victimized. And they like keeping us at 14% for a fucking reason. Because we had 25%, we take this fucking country back to the rightful owners. We really own this country. We built it. Before any immigrant came here, we built the foundation of this shit. That's why we foundational black Americans. Because the foundation, the whole economy came from us doing fucking free labor. Before we came here, America was worth nothing. We gave America the value. We gave America the fucking culture. We advanced America's technology. Not an immigrant. A few immigrants, but not a Latino, not an African, not an Arab, not an Indian. They did nothing. This ain't their country. It can never be their country. All these people who online who I'm saying, this is our country, this is not your fucking country. You are invaders, freeloaders, leeches. Y'all don't see how good y'all doing. Y'all only doing good because the government plays favoritism with y'all and they hate on us. Time's coming. Things are going to change. It has to. We influence the culture. We influence the children. Shiloh is a piece of shit woman who abused children. White America embraces this. Rodney Hinton Jr. is a fucking hero because he sacrificed all for his child. Sacrificed his life for his child. Show me another American who sacrificed his life for his child. Show me an Indian. Show me a Puerto Rican. Show me a white man who lost a child from police brutality and took it matter in his own hand. Show me, and had his fucking head up high. Had all them fucking police in the fucking courthouse when he should have been at fucking work trying to intimidate somebody. No one's intimidated by white people. Y'all white boys to us. You fucking skinheads, KKK, you cowards. You got hide behind masks, hide behind uniforms, hide behind a fucking army, hide behind a government. If y'all think Rodney Hinton's a fucking hero, fuck y'all. Unsubscribe to my page. I don't give a fuck. Report my page. I don't give a fuck. This don't mean nothing. I don't care about monetization. It don't mean nothing. What means something is inspiring my people to stay ready and be on point and not give a fuck. So what, we don't got the money. So what, we don't got the manpower. We got the heart. We ain't living if you ain't willing to die.